to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here and for your friendship, your constant support of me and each other, especially in the comment section. A big welcome to everyone who has recently subscribed and to everyone who has been subscribed since the very beginning. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here and for your presence. It's so important to my life. You guys have made a huge difference to my life. So thank you so much for your presence here. If you have found yourself here for the very first time, we would like to welcome you. Please join us, grab yourselves a cup of tea and get cozy. We're going to have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here together. Today's pick a card topic, we're looking at a love message from the person on your mind. And what do they want to say to you right this moment? What do they want to say? Maybe they can't for whatever reason, but what is a love message from the person on your mind and what do they want to say to you? We have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the yellow deck and the yellow flower. Pile number 2 here with the blue deck, it's traditional Rider-Waite with the blue flower. And pile number 3 with the tattoo tarot here, the red deck with the red flower. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from Spirit today. My timestamps are listed below, and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today is a love message from the person on your mind. What do they want to say to you right now? Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the yellow flower or to the radiant tarot here, and this is your reading. And today we're looking at a message from the person on your mind today. What do they want to say to you? This can be a no contact for whatever reason, but what does your person want to say to you right now? So a no contact love message. Love message from your person. What do they want to say right this moment? We're starting with the Hanged Man. The first thing they want to say is that you're on their mind all of the time. You'll notice with the Hanged Man that the crown chakra is all lit up, or it's emphasized in most of the cards that you'll see in tarot. And this is talking about how somebody may not actively be acting towards you, but that does not mean that they're not thinking about you or thinking about the actions that they want to take. So they really want to emphasize that appearances are deceiving. And that just because there is no action taken or being taken towards you at this moment, it doesn't mean that they don't think about it or that you're not on their mind or you don't influence them. Because what they're showing me right now is an iceberg. So what you see is just the tip, and what's being sort of suppressed below the surface is so much bigger than what they're able to express to you at this moment. What do they want to say? What do they want to say right now? Message. The 8 of Cups. They also want to say that they really thought that it would be easier to kind of walk away from this situation or from their attraction for you. And what they found has been a lot less satisfying than what they expected to receive there. They didn't find the peace that they were looking for. They're still looking for it. The 9 of Swords. And it's not even that it's not just a passive thought of you that falls into their mind. This is something that is a habit for them now. You are part of this rumination energy that continually makes an appearance in their life. So they really want to say to you that they obsessively think about you. It's starting to become a little bit of an emotional problem for them. And they keep kicking themselves too because of lack of effort from the past, which is interesting because although they've adopted the lesson, they haven't actually applied the lesson in practical form yet. They aren't taking steps to rectify the situation, for example. There's also for someone watching, not for everyone, but this person says that they do suffer sometimes from anxiety or depression as well. So in cycles, thoughts of you really come back and hit them full force in cycles. And they're really speaking to and lamenting about the truth, the truest form of truth that they have towards you, and the truth of how they feel and how they never wielded it. And that's eating them up. That's eating them up because now they feel like they're stuck. That's why they started with the Hanged Man. That's why in the center is the 9, because they're stuck at this holding pattern of never knowing what lies in the community of the 10s, never knowing what lies in that breakthrough. And it's been a long time, they say. It's been a really long time since they've had a chance to speak with you. And so they are growing really impatient. And it's like the longer that they go from not being able to see you, it's like their heart is growing fonder and fonder. It's like absence makes the heart grow fonder here. But there's also a growing frustration that sort of is hitting them. And they're also articulating a lot of lessons that have come just with the passage of time and just with their youth slipping away from them. So, you know, they often say that youth is wasted on the young. And that's what I'm hearing, is that youth is wasted on the young, because as their awareness has grown, their perspective has shifted about the possibilities that were in the past and the possibilities that they let slip through their fingers. And they're really saying, I didn't know any better back then, or I was just ill-equipped to handle the emotions or the experience, and now I'm paying for that with my awareness. Back at the deck is the World and the Six of Wands. They also want to say that although they are, you know, they're not, it's not that they're not victorious in life. It's not that they haven't achieved certain goals in their life, because they certainly have. And that from the outside of things, again, appearances are deceiving, because they don't show the world their insecurity. They don't show the world their sadness or their overthinking. They put on a very brave face. So they do wear masks when it comes to you. But there's so much unfinished business here. There's so much unfinished business, and so many, it's like even this world is this beautiful mandala of just like all of these, if it was in motion, it would just look like this beautiful trajectory of motion. It's like, what could have bloomed out of this connection if we had just given it the opportunity that it deserved? And now they're separated. There's Five of Pentacles is talking about this, how they feel in the separation, and they really want to tell you that they feel lost. They wonder if you feel the same way, if you feel lost, if you're in the same boat, if this is all in their head, because they worry about that. Is this all in my head? The Seven of Swords. Capricorn energy is very strong here. This person could have been a Capricorn, perhaps. They are also communicating about a certain amount of loneliness that they experience in life too at this time, and how they're not honest with themselves or other people about how they feel about you. They're also communicating that they weren't honest with you either in the past, and they were sorry, but they said that that's the only reason that they didn't communicate their truth in that moment was because of their own fears, that you didn't feel the same way. And I feel like you did feel the same way. I feel like it was very mirrored, very codependent energy here. They're saying that their thoughts of you have become a little bit obsessive, because in these thoughts convince them that you're the cure to all their problems, which is not the truth of the situation. But when we get lost in this overthinking phase, that can happen. They feel like you could, if they'd just taken a different path with you, you could be the solution to all their problems, or they'd have the ability to weather their emotions a little bit more confidently. The Queen of Cups. You could be a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have the Magician. Back of the deck is the Empress. There is an emphasis on children here. So for someone watching, you could have children. If you're the Divine Feminine, there could be children on their end as well. But there's a strong emphasis on children here with the Queen of Cups. And there's this indication too that this person's aware of how busy you are, or how it's like they don't want to create confusion or obstacles in your environment, especially if you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, like children, like other elements or dynamics, for instance. But they also want you to know that it's not over for them. And I just saw a scene from The Notebook. It's like, it's not over for me. It's still not over. And they're still holding space for this. So even if there are a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders with work, with family, whatever the case may be, they want you to know that you're still a part of that. Even though you both are living this completely separate lives, it's almost like sliding doors. It's like parallel journeys, but you're still such huge influences in each other's experiences. And they want you to know that they're still holding space, and they still have intention of doing something about their epiphanies. They can't right now. They're acknowledging that. They can't right now, and they don't even know when they will be able to make that distinction or that shift or change. They worry about it. They overthink it. But they don't have any intention of releasing their feelings. It feels permanent. And to be honest, I feel like from the Divine Feminine, there's a permanency of emotion here too. But I feel like you have a lot on your plate that is complicating situations. I feel like you took certain detours in life that have really influenced your ability to act upon any of the true depth of emotion that exists here. Love message from your person. What do they want to say to you right now? I keep hearing, do you feel the same way? And it's coming in a song, but I can't place the song. I don't know what song they're trying to bring into my mind. But I keep hearing a female voice. Do you feel the same way too? Do you feel the same way too with this Queen of Cups? But I don't know what song they're trying to bring forward. So if it comes up, I'll... Love message. Woo, from your person. We have the Door and we have the Pail. Time to get out of a situation and opportunities are waiting for you. This Seven of Pentacles, again, this won't apply to everyone, but the Seven of Pentacles does speak to somebody who has taken a pause in their journey and is deciding if they want to continue the investment. Because they have intentions, as I said, they don't want it to be over 100%. They don't want to close that chapter completely because that just feels too final. But we have here hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally, because they're not doing anything about it right this moment. We have here forces working against you. And protection from a powerful friend, the dog. And I think about loyalty, and there is such a strong sense of loyalty here towards you and friendship as well, but it wants to be more. This kangaroo says settled times need to plan ahead, and the kangaroo is sheltering that little baby there. There is a sense of them protecting your environment right now by not acting towards you with any of these truths because they don't want to create complications for you. We have December being very significant as well. What do they want to say to you right now? That message from the person on your mind. We have here a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. And they really want to communicate that, is that I have intentions here. Like, I want to communicate with you. I want to clear the air. I want closure here. And I am holding space for that. And there is a certain amount of confidence that they're, even if it's feigned, even if it's not real right now, a certain amount of confidence that they're holding on to that this will come to pass, that they'll get a chance to communicate with you, and that this separation will not last forever. We have here loosen your grip, density, addiction, and let God in. Coping mechanisms. We do have the Devil here too with this codependency. You'll see two people falling. And it reminds me of the Tower as well. So the codependency mixed with the Tower. I feel like there's a lot of complications that this person is concerned about on both ends. And they also want you to know that they're not feeling happy in that environment. If they are stuck in something, they're not feeling necessarily emotionally happy there or satisfied. Let's get some love messages here from the Honest Love Tarot. What do they want to say right now? To pile one, please. This is far from being over. 13, the death energy. But the death sometimes comes out when rebirth will come at a cost of something else. Something has to be closed before we can open up a new chapter, and they recognize that now is not the time for that, but they have intentions that it's not over. I'm tired of holding back. They're tired of the separation. It's a painful separation with the Four of Swords. And it's harder still because they can't express it. I wish I believed in me like you do. The Queen of Wands. They have a lack of confidence. It's like you are more confident towards their feelings towards you than they are, if I can get this right. You're more confident about how they feel towards you than they are confident about how you feel towards them. They don't feel like you have the investment. But that's just a self-esteem issue for them. You've taught me so much, the Three of Pentacles. Foundations in place. And you continue to teach those lessons. Despite the disconnect, we continue to influence each other's energies. I'm waiting for the right time, the Seven of Pentacles. And we have here, will I get what I want? The Three of Wands wanting to come out reverse because there's going to be delays in getting what they want. And so they're waiting for the right opportunity because they've made investments or you have made investments. But waiting never, it's like if we wait for the perfect conditions, they don't usually come forward for us because it seems like there's a lot of obstacles against the two of you. If pigs could fly, this feeling of is it impossible? Do you feel the same way? Really sort of influences this person. They are claiming to watch your social media. I just saw, is this connection real? Do you feel it too? What do they want to say right this moment? A message from your person. What do they want to say? I can still hear your laugh, so you could have a really enigmatic laugh or unique laugh. Memories of us keep me going. Third-party interference coming out with that card as well. So take that as it resonates to your situation. That may not be for everyone. Always remember that I'm dealing with collective consciousness, so I have lots of energies flowing in, so please take the messages as they resonate to your situation and leave behind those that don't feel right to you. Keeping tabs on you, definitely keeping watch on your social media, on your Facebook, your Instagram perhaps. I'm afraid you won't like the person that I've become. Do you even want me back? Do you want me to? A lot of time I feel like has been in place here in this connection between being able to connect with each other. Best friends, I miss that, is on the back of that deck. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. Love message in the bowl. What are they dying to say? What do they want to say right now? The last message in the bowl for pile 1. 3 of Cups reversed. Oh, it's like, I don't know if I have any support. I don't know if you feel the same way. I don't know if you just want to be my friend or if you want more from me. And I need help getting these answers with the 6 of Swords. I need help to transition. I need help to be able to gain the clarity. And emotionally, it's like, I know that they've evolved and they've grown into perhaps a very attractive and secure and abundant individual. But emotionally, it's like they're still stuck in that place in the past when it comes to you. They're still stuck in this friend zone. They're still stuck in this place of uncertainty. And so that kind of grounds them to their position right now. In the bowl, we have why. We have Christmas being significant. I think about, well, actually, I think about Capricorn energy because I think about Boxing Day. And we have the triangle, the black triangle, third party. We have the tangled heart, somebody who has a lot to get off of their chest, and there's the key. We have the penny of communication. It's from 2008. So about wanting to communicate with you, a lot of period of time passing. We have the bird in flight. We have here a dog paw. It's loyalty. I think of friendship. We have the butterfly of transformation. And we have a rabbit. So somebody who wanted to explore a pathway with you, but now they feel like they're too late because it's the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. And they're holding onto that trumpet. Reminds me a lot of the judgment energy. So somebody who's had time to reflect upon actions that they didn't take. And now they feel like they're late for a very important date. All right, pile number 1. That's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please drop your comment below. I would love to get back words of encouragement for you. If you do drop a comment, please be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. And I will be announcing a winner this week, so be sure to hit your notification bell. I also offer opportunities to win readings over on Instagram, so you can check out that link. And I offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But I hope you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the blue flower or to the blue traditional Rider-Waite here, and this is your reading. A love message from the person on your mind. What do they want to say to you right this moment? So what are they hoping to say right this second to pile number 2? We have the World. So they're already speaking about unfinished business. And risks that they didn't take. So and they're paying for it now with the Emperor. They like to think about the past a lot with you, and they kind of protect that past. It kind of reminds them of when they were young and had more possibility or more options afforded to them. And they still, I feel like there's a certain amount of smugness that comes in from this person from the past too. It's like they expected more to happen. And so they didn't, and it's like they expected fate to take over or something when it comes to you. And I hear that Shania Twain song, You're Still the One I Run To. So their thoughts still run to you when they want to fantasize about emotionally abundant things. Because you can see with the Emperor that, you know, he's kind of guarded. He's surrounded by deserts. There's a lot of dry energy around him. He's very protective in nature. And he's sometimes all business, you know, he's guarding things, he's protecting things, he's building things. But when it comes to you, you're the one they run to for when they're thirsty for that quenching of emotion. They think about you in the past quite a bit. And there's the Six of Cups. They have you in a very special place. If they act kind of cold and guarded, not when it comes to you. We have the Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Pentacles. And there's the Six of Cups. Back of the deck is the Eight of Wands and the Moon. And really what they want to start with, how they really want to begin, is the fact that they have so much that they want to get off of their chest. It's like they have so much that it's like everything wants to come off of their chest, because they kept it all hidden. With the Moon energy, they didn't rely on their intuition as much as they should have. They should have acted towards you, but they were really afraid of the unknown. And so now they just have all of their truth that really wants to be present, wants to come forward for you. And the truth is that even if they didn't treat you in that way in the past, you were someone that they really hoped for, that they wished for, that they felt like could fulfill them. And they're saying that they took too long. They didn't see what was sitting right in front of them. They didn't appreciate it enough, and they didn't act upon it in time, because time seems to be a big issue with this person. Do they want to say? Do they wish that they could say? And they want you to know that their lack of action towards you was not a communication of how they felt about you or your value or worth, because they want to be generous with you now. They want to reach out to you. They want reunions with you. They really think about that quite a bit. And they're feeling, honestly, a pressure to kind of communicate with you. They're feeling an urgency to communicate with you. But it's like if I open up the floodgates, it's all coming out. It's all coming out, and there's still enough of their ego holding on to that they're being passive, even though their desire is to reunite with you. Their desire is to purge everything out of their hearts. The ego's just holding on to them just enough to keep them passive. They are also saying that they are super, super attracted to you in the past, and that they are really protective of you in the past too. You guys could have just been friends, potentially. They wanted more, but you could have just been friends. But they were very protective of you. And they may have even acted very jealous towards you in the past, even, or around other people, for instance. But they're saying that they're really protective of you. And there's almost this sense of like waiting for the perfect moment, or waiting for my moment to shine, or waiting for my perfect opportunity to express myself. And that it just didn't show up. The perfect opportunity didn't kind of show up for them. The Ace of Wands. They're also saying that they don't give any indications that you influence them at this time, that they may keep their feelings for you to themselves, or a little bit guarded, but it doesn't mean that that thought isn't constantly going around in their mind. Look at how this head, this skull is exploding with the desire for change. And thoughts of you fuel them with empowerment. It feels like a safe place, because that's what they're suppressing. There's the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have a very strong emphasis on Taurus and fire elements here as well. But what they really want to say to you in this moment with the King of Cups is that there is a permanent love here. With the Six of Cups, it's not just friendship. It's not just innocent. There's a thirst here that exists for you. You can see the King of Cups wanting to drink from it. But now he's bones. It's like, am I too late? Did I wait too long? Because they really feel like the two of you were supposed to be. That's what it feels like. It's like we were meant to be together. We were supposed to be together. And instead of acting upon my feelings for you, I sat passively and waited for you to come to me, and I should not have done that. So it doesn't feel like true victory. They have experienced a lot of abundance in their life, and I feel like they're really financially sound. Even that's coming forward for whatever reason. They're really financially sound, but they're like that. I've come to realize that stuff doesn't equal happiness. It doesn't equal actual success. It's all counterfeit. It's all fake success. It's like I'm still searching for it. I'm still searching for the feeling that you gave me, or the feeling that the potential that we had between us gave me. And there's the Temperance. There's also a communication of saying, I know we're going to get another chance, or we're going to see each other again. Like, I know we're going to see each other again. That's what it feels like. There's a certain amount of confidence, and they are used to, I don't want to say they're used to getting their way, because they didn't get it when it comes to you. But there's a smug enough energy to this person. There's enough of an ego attachment to them that they are confident that there's going to be a turn of events that makes the two of you cross paths. They're really relying on that too, I will say. It could be wishful thinking, because they're really hoping for that. But part of them really believes it. Part of them really, really believes it. And they feel like that's why they're feeling such an intensity to communicate with you. They feel like that momentum is revving up a little bit, and that there's an unknown coming, or that there's something coming in the future. And I will say that it does feel like there could be a reunion that does brew from all of this. Now, the Ten of Cups here is the Ten of Wands. This is not for everyone, but could indicate as well that there are other obstacles or burdens on our shoulders that could contribute to obstacles in the unknown. So if there are other responsibilities, if either one of you have moved into other cycles, for instance, there could be some issues with new emotional opportunities blooming into relationships, for instance, in the future. Because there's the Ten of Swords. Because this desire for reunion is so strong that they're flooding it with emotional expectations. And some of those expectations are going to have complications that are already in place. And so there's lots of kind of steps and work to do before we can actually achieve emotional new starts here. But this person's convinced that they can have that with you. What do they want to say to you right this moment? We have here candle, that you'll be shown the way. That it's like no one holds a candle to you. And that spark, that Ace of Wands, still exists. It may not look like it, but that spark is what's drying everything out. It's what's making them so thirsty for more. It's what's contributing to the desire, the momentum for communication. We have here Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. It's coming out in the reversal. And there's an emphasis on that Ten of Cups. So for somebody might have moved into a new emotional cycle. They also feel like the two of you could have committed and could have grown together. They fantasize about relationships and commitments with you. And there's the Love. Permanent love and Broom. New home, new attitude. It's reversed. There is this sense of needing to gain closure, needing to come back together so that we can give each other the gift of this emotional vulnerability. The Broom, new home, new attitude could indicate that someone in this connection has actually moved into a new cycle, and there's a necessity to clear out the emotional clutter so we can focus on that new opportunity. Back of the deck says forces are working against you, and it could be a part of this. The new foundations could be a part of the struggle that is keeping and acting as a force against the connection. What do they want to say to you? Love message from your person, please. We have here Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. It's reverse. They want to tell you that they've learned their lesson, and that it's been a very painful lesson. This is an acknowledgement, though, that we are in this simulation, and that the emotion can only sink our boat if we let it. But they are indicating that the lesson has hit them very, very hard. But they got it. The world is here, so they're speaking about the unfinished business here. And with the Knight of, or the King of Wands, he's pointing at the sky, almost like he's pointing at the direction that he knows that his ball is going to go, for instance, if he's a baseball player. So there's this sense of like, I know where I went wrong. I know exactly where I went wrong. I know exactly what steps I should have taken. And we have here Star Keeper. See the light by staying grounded. Back of the deck is deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing, Arcturus energy. And ultimately, this desire to reunite, there is a strong implication, a strong desire to be able to heal and refocus and close out that cycle, so we're no longer influenced by the memories that hold us back, by the lack of effort that we felt that we contributed to in the past, for instance. So there's a necessity for closure. And we have healing. This person doesn't show it, and I feel like they think it's kind of a weakness. They don't show the necessity for their healing, but they really do need it, because there's a strong sense of them having to kind of turn their back on their emotion in order to maintain their status or maintain their position. But it's difficult. It's almost exhausting coming in. And we have evolution. It's coming out reversed. Earth changes, climate changes, and transformation. They're holding on until they get some of that evolution. They're holding on with this expectation of there is more coming. Let's get some message cards from your person. Love messages from group 2's person. What do they want to say right now to group number 2? I am absolutely in love with you. The 6 of Cups. I want reunions. They hold you in a very special place, and nostalgia would hit them quite a bit. Thoughts from the past. I don't want to lose this connection. They want to protect it. The King of Wands and the Emperor both are very protective energies, protecting not only their environment, but also the energy between the two of you and these inspired thoughts of you. What do they want to say? You make my heart full. The 10 of Cups. But I'm too afraid to talk to you at this time. And I am obsessed with your body. 15 reverse, the devil energy, Capricorn. But there's a sense with the devil reverse about fantasizing about you in a very sexual way, but also needing to detach from environments that are holding us back. Back of the deck says, I never imagined so much perfection. And there's a 15 reversed again, addicted to you, obsessively thinking about you quite a bit. And it could be that their position is... they're worried about their position taking a hit if they act towards you at this time. Act upon these impulses to clear out the confusion between the two of you. I wonder if you're happy without me. What do they want to say right now to pile 2, please? I know I messed up everything. They know exactly where they went wrong. They know exactly what actions they should have taken. I'm so attracted to you. I love you unconditionally. And that is the 6 of Cups. It's like looking at someone through the scope of a child. You know, kids just love without question, unless they're taught not to. You were the best thing in my life. And back of the deck says, I will wait for a sign from you. They don't want to create havoc in your life. You could be the one with attachments, for instance, and so they're going to wait for a sign from you, even though they're feeling the pressure to reach out to you at this time. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group number 2. What does your person wish to say to you in the bowl right this moment? The Emperor, they get really jealous when it comes to you. They get really jealous. Very strong Taurus energy with this person. Here is the Queen of Swords, and they are waiting for a sign from the Divine Feminine here because they don't have the confidence or the courage to be able to implement change now. They know where they went wrong. They see the lessons, but they're not ready to implement the lesson. It's like somebody who learns really well by memorization, but they're not really good at applying what they've learned. That's what it feels like. So the lesson hasn't actually come full circle yet for them as much as they feel like it has. What they really want is communication and to be able to have a conversation with you so that they can hear your side of the truth, if they can hear your version. And the Queen of Swords, you know, they are depending upon you to be the leader during that interchange. If you ever have the opportunity to cross paths, which they really hope for, they're hoping that you'll be able to be emotionally vulnerable when they cannot be, or if they cannot be. We have I choose strength. We have the letter S and A. We have lots of stars, lots of Aquarius energy, this Divine Feminine, specifically pink stars. And then we have the whale, this black whale of expression. So somebody who's really regretting not expressing themselves, and now they feel like they're drowning in that emotion, which is contributing to this king or this emperor being reversed, not feeling the confidence to wield his truth forward. but there's still this sense here of being empowered, even by a false sense of security, by false hope, that there will be a path to cross with you in the future. And so there's this sense with the Chariot energy, with the freedom with the horse, of rising our awareness to a higher perspective and being pulled in different directions. And we have the music note as well. Whoops. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can actually reach out to you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my links below as well for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. I have also links down there for Instagram as well. But I hope that you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the little red flower or to the red tattoo tarot deck, and this is your reading. A love message from your person on your mind. What do they want to say to you right this moment? So what does the person on pile 3's mind want to say to pile 3 right this moment? A love message, please, for pile number 3. We have the 9 of Swords. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, it's sad because they sort of feel like they sealed their own fate. They're like, I overthink all the time. I was overthinking. I didn't act upon it, and then all of a sudden it was too late. It was taken out of my hands. And they still do that. They still think in cycles when it comes to you. They worry a lot about you, and they worry a lot about, I think they're a worrier in general because they're worried about things beyond their control. They worry about the impression they left you. They worry about how you feel about them. But I think that they've made a career out of worrying, it feels like. 6 of Swords. And they can't move on. They're having a very difficult time moving on. They're stuck. They feel so stuck in position. And it's like, this person, sorry about that, this person is very loyal to you, but they're also loyal to their habits when it comes to you. Like, they're loyal to the consistent overthinking cycle. They're loyal to that. And there's a lot of devastation here. Like, there's a lot of sadness, and they want you to know that they can't move on. They need help moving on. There's the Ace of Cups. There is a part of them, though, it's like they're being pulled in different directions. It's like, practically speaking, they may have moved forward, but it's emotionally they can't seem to shake this energy when it comes to you. It's like they should be way up here in life, but they're emotionally way back into the past when it comes to you. I do feel like they've moved into new emotional or romantic cycles. I feel like they're even thinking about commitments there. They may have already committed, or they may be thinking of committing there, but it feels almost like they're saying, it's like, it feels like I'm being dishonest with myself. It's like, it feels like I'm just going through the motions, and that doesn't feel right because I can't move on because I had my heart set on you. All of my eggs were in your basket, and now that isn't happening or hasn't happened, so I feel stuck here in this basket. I know that movement, the Chariot's all about movement. I know that I need to be moving forward, but how do I do that without closure? How do I do that without a communication from you? So that it almost feels like they're hoping for communication that comes forward that will help them to gain the closure that they feel is necessary to give themselves the permission to move into new emotional cycles. In a perfect world, they're saying, I would be moving into a new cycle with you in a perfect world. But if I can't have the perfect world, I need the next best thing. I need closure so that I can give myself the allowance to move forward. They don't actually, they don't actually need that. And truthfully, them seeking that out will just cause a resurgence, will just make it more difficult for them to enter into new cycles, for instance. But that's what they think that they need at this moment, is more awareness or more clarity from you. Because they feel like the two of you were sort of meant to be. Here's the 7 of Wands, kind of sideways. A lot of sideways cards today. We're going to move these up just a smidge. We have here the 9 of, I'm going to put them in the upright so we don't really have room, but we're going to remember that they're sideways as well. 9 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. They're also saying you were everything that I wanted. Like, everything about you was everything that I wanted. And there's a similar message coming through for this reading as there was for Pal 2. They're saying I relied too much on fate. I relied too much on the fact that this connection felt destined to me, or I felt really connected to you. So I thought I had more time. I thought that I could be a little bit more passive, but I let my fears stand in the way too. I let my fear stand in the way of a really good thing. And all it really required of me, they realize now, all it would have taken was a little bit of determination, but they didn't feel like they were prepared. If you look at the 7 of Wands, there's a boot and a shoe, which is like somebody who feels really imbalanced. Now, I feel like, again, this person feels like they're making a habit out of overthinking. So they may have even suffered from an anxiety issue, even in the past too, that has followed them throughout their life and has contributed to the situation that they find themselves in. Because they still have a difficult time finding an emotional balance. They also say that they're keeping tabs on you secretively. They don't like photos on your Instagram, for instance. They won't be, commenting on pictures, but they're watching from the background and they're not making their presence known, but they are keeping tabs on you. For someone watching, you may have gone to school with this person as well, because they're claiming to have been in school with you. And that's not for everyone. You have the 8 of Wands reversed on the floor. And they're also saying that it's been all of this time where they really were hoping for communication. There's been so many delays that have been devastating to them, that's what's contributing to them giving up hope, because they are giving up a lot of hope that anything can happen between the two of you. Even though this feels fated, they are giving up some of that hope because of the lack of action or frustrating delays that they've experienced. This person does feel very much ruled by their emotions. But that's the problem with this King of Coins. They could be an earth energy. They could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But we also have a lot of Cancer energy with the Chariot. So I feel like they either are a water sign or an earth sign with water undertones, because they are ruled by their emotion, but they don't like to show that, because to them emotion could mean weakness. So they don't like to show their emotion. What do they want to say right this moment? 10 of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. They do want to communicate that they want to unburden themselves from this, that they're recognizing that it is a bit of an issue. It's keeping their heart space closed, and it's something that is burdening them. The unknown burdens them just as much, though. It's like they feel like if they could just get clarity from you, that they will be able to be empowered by that information and be able to shed the weight that they've been carrying. But again, when we seek out clarity from another person, oftentimes that just riles up our energy again. It reignites a flame. We're adding air elements. We're taking practical steps to get it. We're just fueling up our fire. But they keep convincing themselves that if they want to move into a new cycle for themselves, that they're going to have to get communication back or shed the weight that they've been carrying. But they're still acknowledging that this new cycle that they're trying to enter into is not the 10 of Cups, it's the 10 of Pentacles. It's something productive, it's something valuable, it's something they can build upon, but they're acknowledging that they feel like they could have it all with you, and now they're stuck there. It's like, now I'm looking for second best, or now I'm moving into a new cycle that does not include you, so it doesn't feel as promising. It's still abundant, and it's a position that I know I need to head into, or direction that I need to go towards, but it doesn't feel as abundant as this connection could have been with the two of us. Because like, this was fate, I didn't listen, and now I'm paying the price. And they do keep looking back in the rearview mirror quite a bit when it comes to you. So they get flooded with nostalgia when it comes to you, which again doesn't help them to be forward facing in their momentum when we're consistently looking behind us. And they say that I consistently look behind myself. Ooh. Got a lot going on here. We have 4-leaf clover, great luck and good fortune. It's coming out reversed. I feel like their fortune, Wheel of Fortune, is in a bit of a stuck place. We have here firecracker, excitement. And it's sort of reversed, coming up right over top of the Eight of Wands reverse, because I often think of like a volcano erupting with the Eight of Wands, or it's like just a pressure that builds, and there is a pressure that's building here, but it's like shooting in the wrong direction because the Eight of Wands is reversed. So the delays in that communication coming forth, the delays in movement, is really frustrating them. And there's still so much suppressed passion and suppressed emotions that they have, especially physical passions that they've never been able to express towards you. That's just has done nothing but sort of swim in circles. We have here hills, obstacles to overcome. They still feel like they have a lot of work ahead of them to be able to move on from you. We have here camel, perseverance, and you will overcome problems. Perseverance, great thirst with this person as well. And we have here clouds, temporary problems. Back of the deck says, time to go out and have fun, the grapes. When I think about grapes, I think about temptation, and I think about intoxication. This is somebody who wishes that their inhibitions were lowered, and that your inhibitions were lowered so that the truth could come out and come to the surface. What do they want to say right now? A love message from your person for pile 3. We have here forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. 29. And it's the number 11, which is the justice energy. And they really want to bring the truth to the surface. They really want to speak their truth. They really want movement. They really want forgiveness so that they can move forward here with the 10 of Wands. But there's also a cause and effect of even that. There's a cause and effect of the closure that they're looking for, that they haven't really anticipated, which is a resurgence in their attraction. And we have here love endures. Oh. It says love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. And so they're pulled between this, again, they're like saying all of my eggs are in your basket, and I had my heart and soul transfixed upon this connection. And it's enduring, and this camel here is about perseverance. It's enduring. There's a thirst associated with the camel. And it's like, I don't know how to move forward and still hold on to the effects of this love from the past. Definitely pulled in different directions here with the Chariot. Back of the deck says, demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. And they want to be, I feel like if they're moving into a new cycle, they really want to be a good partner. They really want to lead with integrity, lead with honesty. And that's why they're having a really difficult time shaking their truth that they've laid so hidden and so suppressed for so long. Because this seems like a good person who wants to be seen as a good person. You know, it's like they work really hard to maintain that persona. Which makes it even more difficult because they want to demonstrate love in their new realm, but they also don't want to give up this love, this permanent love that they feel towards you. What do they want to say to pile 3 right this moment, please? Oops. I act happy, but I am not. Got a bunch here. Let's see. It was you. It was always you. They may not have acted in that way, but it was always you. I reminisce a lot about the times I spent with you. They ruminate about the past. Even though we're not together, I just can't I can't see myself letting you go. I do want commitment with you, but I can't just yet. I just saw I've been focusing on money, trying to build a life for themselves. I have been hurting without you. You have no idea. And they really are communicating that with all of those swords. I've been feeling the consequences of my actions. And I know I know you were right. I've been trying to forgive myself. And they are asking for forgiveness as well. It's like they're having a hard time forgiving themselves and moving forward out of that self-loathing cycle because I feel like they've made a habit of overthinking and worry and anxiety and maybe even some mild depression as well. So take that as it resonates to your situation. What do they want to say right now to pile number 3, please? Do you miss us the way that I do? The separation is killing me. Oh, I'm trying to become a better person. They're really trying hard. Let's take a look at some of these. There's a lot, so we'll just look at a few. I'm forever yours. I knew the first moment I saw you, and I'm so sick of no contact. Don't give up on us. I'll just read through these and then I'll pull a few more. I don't want anyone to get hurt. So if there are other commitments, they don't want to hurt anyone. I wish that I had been more honest with you. I made a big mistake, and they've been kicking themselves ever since. I worry that this is all in my head, because the truth is that I want a new beginning. And I feel like that's almost full stop. I want a new beginning, whether it be peace with you and expansion with you, or just a peaceful experience from this point forward. Pile number 3, your charm bowl, your person on your mind. Oh, here's the 10 of Swords popping up. It's coming out sideways, sort of reversed. They are looking for forgiveness. They do want to unburden themselves and move forward. It's like forgiveness for not acting towards you the way that they should. It's like they want to forgive themselves as well. It's like they want that cycle to close off for themselves. Just saw the Emperor. Very strong Taurus energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Temperance. It feels like this is a long time in the making. It feels like a very long-standing connection between the two of you. It could be from past lives, but also in this lifetime, it feels just like there's been, it's almost exhausting the amount of time that this has sort of been drawn out. There is this attempt that it's like they are really trying to make a concerted effort to restabilize their experience, to find joy in their journey, and to focus on responsibilities moving forward. But it's going to take the removal or the cycle closing off with you when they recognize that, and that's where they're falling short. That's where they don't know how to accomplish that task. It's like, how do I stop a cycle that has been going on forever? How do I stop myself from loving or thinking or focusing on someone that has become such a habit for me to kind of perform this ritual of overthinking and worrying and bringing my awareness back to the past? How do I overcome that? So they are struggling with that at this moment. There's also really strong emphasis on wanting to mix together and come back together with the Temperance in the future too, because they acknowledge that this is special, that you are special. We have made with love. I think about children and responsibilities. You may have been very young when you met this person. M and G and I. We also have here the triangle. I think about a mountain with this particular triangle. Sometimes it speaks of third parties, so take it as it resonates to your situation. But it also speaks about sort of epiphanies and awareness that they've achieved as they've climbed certain cycles or as they've moved through their experience. We have the bird in flight, somebody who wants communication. We do have the cross upside down. I think about the hanged man upside down. I think about somebody who doesn't want to be seen as a traitor. And they also are having a little bit of a victim mentality to their position. Starfish here, Aquarius energy, the red star of empowerment, needing to heal and refocus, to re-empower myself, to call my energy back. It's almost like that's what they need to do. We have the surrender with the pink seahorse. So surrender, it's about moving through to clarity, into a state of clarity, especially for the divine feminine. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading. You can also check out my other links for Instagram for a chance to win a free mini read. I offer that on occasion, and also for my Etsy account where I offer private readings if you feel called to. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.